Chile, I am cackling. So there is a football player by the name of Patrick Mahomes, I believe. He is a biracial man and he's married to a white woman, right? So let me show y'all a clip of them. They were doing some, like, oh, ask your significant other questions, see how well they know you think. Let me show y'all this clip.
What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Fried chicken.
No.
Chicken fried steak.
No.
And mashed potatoes.
Mexican food.
Oh.
Especially the Tex-Mex.
Now, I'm going to try to be fair and say you're not going to know 100% of anything about anybody, even your spouse, right? And, of course, we're all looking like you should know his favorite cheat day meal. But realistically, some people have, like, 2 things they like a lot. Like, I have 2 desserts I really like. If somebody asked my significant other which one does she like more, he probably wouldn't be able to answer because, honestly, I can't answer. I can't tell you which one I like more. So, okay, right? But it's the fact that, girl, how you guess wrong twice, right? Because you should have got it wrong the first time. Be like, oh, okay, then it got to definitely be, the correct answer, right? Like, I wasn't sure between those 2, right? You got it wrong twice. And then both of them was chicken-based. Now, granted, I know that chicken fried steak is not actually chicken, but it got chicken in the name. And I ain't gonna hold you. It seemed a little racially motivated. Now, let me make one thing clear real quick. I am not the type of black person who believes that biracials should exclusively date black people. I see a lot of black people saying that, and it usually be black guys concerning biracial women. They usually be like, oh, you's black, so you gotta only date black men, so and so and so. And it's like, I think that they just be saying that because they have a fetish for non-black women and they want those women to have a fetish for them back because that's who they're pursuing, right? I think that's where that comes from because it doesn't actually make any sense. Why would you tell a person who is half black and half white they should only date black people when they're just as white as they are black? In fact, they're usually more white than they are black. Like, look at Patrick Mahomes. He looks more white than he does black, okay? And genotypically, I'm sure he's more white than black because if his black parent is a black American, well, black Americans are on average like 15% white. So he got some white genes from the black parent as well. And then culturally, they usually be more white too because most of the time their mama is the white parent. And we all know mothers are the ones who instill culture and all of that stuff, right? So I never really understand when black people be trying to tell biracials they can only date black people. But like I said, it's usually this weird dating preference thing that black men have for biracial women because they be pursuing them and they want them to want them back, right? So just had to clear that up because the point of this video is not for me to say, oh, yeah, biracials, you should be dating black people. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is just like, wow, because now I say all the time, biracials are not black. Clearly they not, right? Come on, let's step into reality, right? But what I always say is that clearly somebody who is part black is still going to go through some anti-blackness because this world is so anti-black. Like, folks will hate you if you even stand next to a black person. So if you got a drop of black in you, they going to hate you based off that as well, right? So it's funny sitting here watching this. This dude is majority white and his wife is still talking about fried chicken. Like, yo, what? That's not racially motivated to y'all? If I had to guess this man's favorite food, I'd probably say string bean casserole or, some white people like, what's it called? Ambrosia salad, maybe some cottage cheese, something along those lines. He's giving that, right? He definitely ain't giving fried chicken. Not giving collard greens, not giving ham hocks, not giving hot water cornbread, not giving nothing but sunburn and casserole, unfortunately. Okay, so how she managed to jump to the conclusion of fried chicken, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this because looking at this man, he don't look black. He don't look black at all. If I had to guess, I would say he probably like 60% white. He definitely looks majority white, not half and half, right? But she still looked at this man and forced these anti-black stereotypes onto him. If she'll do that to this man who is damn near white, imagine what she'll do to an actual black person. And this is why I say biracials are in such a unique position to speak about anti-blackness, right? It doesn't help when a biracial person says, yeah, I'm black, yeah, right? Because you're not, right? But if you took your position and were like, look at me, I'm damn near white, and look at how white people treat me, so imagine how they treating an actual black person, That could be so powerful to the movement. Now, I also have to question how y'all marry people who hate y'all. Like if you gonna marry a white person, at least make it your life's goal and efforts to find the one white person out there who ain't racist. Why do y'all marry people who literally hate y'all? Like, ooh, I gotta bring up the name of Toby Obumseli. Oh, I know y'all ain't forgot about him, right? He was a Nigerian guy, and I say was, because past tense, right? And he spent his entire life bad-mouthing black women, specifically black American women. He talked a bunch of crap on Twitter. Oh, they loud, they ghetto, they ugly, they masculine, they Akata, so-and-so, yada, yada, yada. Guess what happened, y'all? He dated him a white woman, and guess what that white woman did? Y'all think she was a good submissive Becky Queen or Snow Bunny or whatever, right? No, she killed his ass. She killed his ass, right? And I'm bringing this story up for a reason. Because one, nigga, I guess you should have got you a loud Akata because you'd still be alive, right? But even aside from that, right? How do you hate yourself so much that you are comfortable being with somebody who hates you? Because I refuse to believe that these people are hiding their hatred for you that well. I refuse to believe that y'all are getting tricked into this shit. I really don't believe it. Now, I just went and Googled how long Patrick Mahomes has been married because I was gonna try to offer some grace. Y'all know I'm in my new nice era for real. I don't know what's going on, but I'm liking it, okay? I was gonna offer some grace. I was gonna be like, okay, you know, people definitely hide who they are in the courting stage. And you may be surprised after you get married or have a child with someone or whatever, and their true colors may come out, right? But they have been dating. Okay, wait. They've been married for nearly 3 years. They got married in 2022. I don't know when in 2022, though. So sometime this year, it'll be 3 years. And prior to that, they dated for 10 years. 10 years. And you telling me you think fried chicken is his favorite cheat day meal? Like, I don't know. Something about this, it's giving a little motivated. It really is. Now, this is my thing. I ain't saying that folks can't like fried chicken or whatever other stereotypes or whatever, right? Because I love watermelon. I really do. Like, baby, when it's a hot summer day, it ain't nothing better than some cold, sweet, crisp watermelon. Like, ooh, not no mushy-ass watermelon that been sitting out. No, don't nobody want that shit. But some cold, crisp, sweet watermelon. Oh my God, I love watermelon. And I love anything watermelon flavored. Like when I'm anywhere, like if I'm at the bar and I'm like, oh, can I get like Tito's and lemonade? And then I ask, do y'all have like some of the syrup flavors, right? And they're like, yeah, we got this, that flavor. As soon as they say watermelon me. When I'm looking at the drink menu, if there's anything watermelon me. If I'm getting some candy, anything watermelon me. I love watermelon. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that, look, some of these stereotypes ain't got no truth to them because I loves me a good watermelon, okay? But realistically, okay? If I was married to a white guy and we were doing something like, okay, what is her favorite fruit? And he said watermelon. Okay, he'd be correct. That ain't racist at all, right? But if that was not my favorite damn fruit, like maybe I like peaches, you know? And he guessed watermelon. I had to look at him like, why you guess that? Because like, what? And you know what? I got to close this video out just by saying, as a black woman, I find this particularly funny because y'all sit around and talk all the shit in the world about black women, how we're not feminine, how we're not this, how y'all chasing Becky's because they submissive and so and so and so. And then 99% of the time, and it's not just Becky's, it's not just white women, it's non-black women, period, that you all put on a pedestal above black women, right? 99% of the time, these bitches hate you. Y'all stay getting on the internet. Yeah, let me tell you about how my Latina wife called me the N-word. Let me tell y'all about how my white wife's family made me sit on the porch for Thanksgiving. I couldn't even come in the house. Like, literally, y'all talk all this shit about black women and then get with a bunch of non-black women who call y'all slurs, whose families hate y'all because y'all black, won't even let y'all come in the house on holidays. And that's a real story. That is not something I'm just making up. This black guy literally sat on the porch while his white wife went into her parents' house to have a holiday. And I won't even say that they treated him like an animal because the dog was in the house too, okay? These people will literally kill you. Shout out to Toby Obumseli, right? And you know what? I give it to Toby because at least he stood on that shit into death. That's some real nigga shit, okay? Cause you could have at least been like, oh no, I'm going back on my word. These white bitches is crazy. This bitch be beating my ass, so and so. So I was wrong about black women. But no, he stood on that shit well into death. So shout outs to him for standing on big business, right? But it's crazy to me because y'all talk all this shit about black women and then y'all worship these non-black women who treat you worse than animals. And something that I've learned this year, because I'm always learning, I'm always growing, right? Something I've learned is that a lot of times when people treat you a certain way, it ain't actually got shit to do with you. Now, that's not all the time. You know, if somebody's treating you poorly, you may very well be the problem. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, though, when people are, you know, projecting certain stuff onto you, that's more so about them and what they're going through, not so much about you. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I used to get offended by things like colorism and racism and, you know, seeing black men say negative things about black women and stuff. I used to get offended by those things, right? And I would say that they never made me feel bad about myself because, like, that was never a thing. But it was definitely like, you got me messed up, right? But now I don't even get offended by it because I realize that has more to do with you than me. You telling me you darker than me, right? And you sitting around talking about, I don't like dark-skinned women. That don't actually really have nothing to do with me. That's more about you and how you feel about yourself and what you're struggling with, right? So when I hear black men say negative things about black women now, I don't even feel offended by that or anything. I actually feel really sad. And that's kind of what I've been stepping into. Because, baby, I'm going to be 29, okay? I'm pushing 30. Like, it's time for some wisdom. So when I see something like this, you know, a guy, not necessarily Patrick Mahomes, because he ain't even black, right? But, like, you know, just the example of a black guy saying negative things about black women, then getting married to a racist white woman, you know, I'm not offended by the negative things that he said about black women because that doesn't have shit to do with me. That is a reflection of himself and what he is going through. The fact that he will deal with racism from a white woman, but talk crap about black women all day and not say nothing about white women, yeah, that's between you, God, and the devil. That ain't got shit to do with me.